What's good, YouTube? It's Yeti bringing you a Pokemon Online battle. So this is a semifinal match in the Smogon University Standard OU tournament that I joined yesterday. So let's start the battle. This battle was really long. Anyways, my opponent leads off with Jirachi and I lead off with Tyranitar. So I'm thinking because he led with it, it's probably like a T-Wave, Stealth Rocks, Iron Head, you know, that regular set. But he goes straight for a substitute, and now I'm thinking it's Calm Mind until he reveals to me that he has a Body Slam. So first Body Slam, he gets the Parahax, and I hit my Fire Blast luckily to get rid of his sub. So he's gonna go for another sub, and I'm gonna hit Fire Blast again, and I don't get paralyzed. So the game is really on my side here. So he goes for the Iron Head now, and I don't get flinch, and I'm able to go for a Fire Blast and take him out and get the nice crit. So that's one down. Bad for him, good for me, I don't care. Anyways, I have to switch Tyranitar out now because I might need him for Death Fighter later on. So he brings in Blastoise and he goes for the Rapid Spin. So now I know he has Rapid Spin. So now I really have to keep my Tyranitar. So I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump and miss. I was thinking that he was gonna switch out and bring something else, but apparently he doesn't. So now I have to switch out my Rotom Wash because it's drowsy, because it's a yawn. So I'm gonna go for a Pursuit on Blissey, and Pursuit did nothing. I thought it was gonna do a lot more since I'm banded and Blissey has like no attack. So he switches out, and I have to switch out because I'm locked into Pursuit, and he brings the Exeggutor, and here I'm just gonna go for Ice Beam. I don't care, and I need to get my Stealth Rocks up here. So he goes for Protect, and I didn't expect him to have Protect, so I just go for another Ice Beam. That would have been a nice time to put up my Stealth Rocks. But he switches out and brings in Blissey, and while I go for the Ice Beam, and Blissey takes that like a boss because Blissey has like 500 special defense. I'm over exaggerating, of course. And then he shows Stealth Rocks on Blissey, so I'm like, what is this guy running? I didn't even know Blissey had Stealth Rocks. So now, and he goes for the T-Wave now, so trying to predict me to switch out, but I don't switch out, and he goes for the Soft Boil too. So I'm gonna just go for Pursuit again, trying to think that he was gonna switch out, but he doesn't. So I could just go for Pursuit because Fire Blast isn't gonna do anything, and Ice Beam isn't gonna do anything. And now I see Flamethrower on it. I'm like, wow, this is like the weirdest 4th gen Blissey I've ever seen in my life. So he goes for another Flamethrower because that's his only attacking move. And I just go for Pursuit because Pursuit is the only thing that's going to do damage to him. And I haven't gotten paralyzed once yet, which is pretty shocking because the hacks love me. So he goes for a Soft Boil now, predicting me to switch out, but I don't switch out. I don't really care. So pretty much it's just until my Tyranitar dies is when all this stops. All this stalling, and yeah. There's not much to say about it. I just go for Pursuit. He goes for Flamethrower. He goes for Soft Boil. There's nothing I could do. This match was about 50 something turns. Yeah. Anyways, I bring my Espeon and go for, what did I go for? Yeah, I go for the Light Screen here. Where did my Espeon go? I just lost myself there. Anyways, he goes for the Rapid Spin while I get my Reflecting Light Screen up, and I'm going for a Side Shock because I'm thinking it's fully defensive. But he goes for a Dragon Tail and brings out the wrong Pokemon. He brought out my Rotom Wash, so that's really good for me. He predicts me to go for a T-Bolt, and he brings the Exeggutor. The T-Bolt did a lot, and then now I see the Exeggutor has the Harvest ability with the Citrus Berry, but I have Hidden Power Fire. So he loses Exeggutor, so that's a big threat out of here. Now he brings in Blissey. I just go for a T-Bolt, hopefully getting the Parahax, and I do get the Parahax. He goes for a T-Wave and paralyzes me. My entire team, I think, by the end of this, was paralyzed. I'm not too sure. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt because I don't want to miss Hydro Pumps, and I don't want him to get Soft Boil up like he just did. So I have to switch out. Now I'm bringing Espeon because Espeon could completely wall it. He gets the Parahax, sadly for him. Now my Light Screen wears off, so I'm going to put up another layer of Light Screen. The Parahax hits him again. So now my reflect wears off. I just go for another reflect, and now he brings in Whimsicott, and I'm thinking, what can this Whimsicott do? How he brought it in, it can't go for leeching and stuff, so I'm gonna just go for a side shock here, and I think he has the Cotton Guard. Yes, he does. So he gets a +3 defense, and I was like, wow, this thing is gonna be a bitch to kill. So now I have to switch on bringing Latios, because Latios, I think, has the hidden power fire. No, no, I don't have hidden power fire on this Latios. I go for the Dragon Pulse, and I get a critical hit. And so he has to switch out now, because there's nothing he can do to me. And I go for a Dragon Pulse, I get another critical hit. So that's 2 in a row. That's really good for me. That's pretty bad for my opponent. So I go for a Side Shock now, because Side Shock does physical damage on Blissey. And seeing that 34% off of a crit, I know Blissey could have taken hits forever. He goes for the T-Wave and paralyzes my Latios. So pretty much now he's just going to Soft Boil again, the same thing he did against Tyranitar, and I'm just going to go for Side Shock. I don't know how many PP Soft Boil has. Alright, I wanted to quit this, but because it was a tournament, I did not quit. I do not have patience like this. So he goes for a Flamethrower. Flamethrower isn't going to do anything, even with Reflect or anything up. Reflect, Light Screen up. And so he goes for a Soft Boil again, and I just go for a Side Shock. It's pretty much the same thing with Tyranitar. This Blissey walled everything. Like, I did not want to switch out, because I didn't want to let Blissey get back up to full HP. And at this point, I didn't really need Latios, because Latios did more than enough. So he goes for the Flamethrower again, Side Shock, takes him really low. But because I'm paralyzed, he's gonna go first and get a Soft Boil up, and I'm just go for the Side Shock, and now the Sandstorm is gonna KO me. But it's fine, because then I get a free switch in Landorus. I have my Sand up. I'm gonna just go for that Earthquake, because Earthquake's gonna do a hell of a lot. He brings in Blastoise. That thing is gonna die to an Earthquake. I did not care. He brings in Whimsicott. That thing is gonna die to an Earthquake too. But he has the Cotton Guard, and I'm locking the Earthquake, so I have to switch out. So I bring my Tyranitar's Death Body to see what he'll do, and he goes for a Leech Seed. So now I see he pretty much just has Cotton Guard, substitute Leech Seed, and some other non-attacking move. So I bring my Landorus again, and he now knows I'm gonna go for that HP Ice. So he brings in his Blissey to wall me, and oh my god, here we go again. So I have to switch out now, bring my Rotom Wash, so I can switch up moves. So here, what do I do? Yeah, I switch out and bring in my Landorus again, because Landorus is the only thing that can do damage. And I think Scizor died. Fainted. This is the Nuzlocke challenge. Anyways. So I'm gonna go for Earthquake again. I'm locked into that. Earthquake, take him out. Finally take out Blissey. I won the match. Anyways, I had to switch out now because I thought he was gonna go for Cotton Guard, and so I bring in my Rotom Wash. And he goes for another Leech Seed. I just go for Hidden Power Fire to take him out. And now he brings in his final Pokemon, which was Haxorus, and this Haxorus, I think it was Scarfed. So Outrage is gonna take out my Rotom Wash. I go for a Bullet Punch just to do damage, because I know Scarf Landorus could come in and Earthquake him and win the match for me. So that's the end of the match. Pretty close game. Blissey and Whimsicott to my deck. Peace.